This is the Kassandra Lauren Gordon channel. And here we talk about identity, we talk about heritage, relationships, and jewelry culture. We talk about jewelry because I am a jeweler. So today we are going to talk about doing a review about Put a Ring on It. Now, why am I talking about reality TV? Well, it all started when my partner said to me, Kassandra, you watch a lot of this. Why don't you just do a YouTube video about it? You love talking about relationships, watching all these relationship shows. So why do I watch Put a Ring on It? I'm a jeweler, so putting a ring on it, I do that for a living. I put rings on people and connect them for life, make bespoke jewelry. And I like watching relationships, learn from relationships for what I want to have in my relationships, what I don't want in my relationships. So I thought, instead of me going through and getting burnt, let me learn from other people. So I've been watching it. So Put a Ring on It is a reality TV show, I guess based with African American people in the States. There's 3 couples. It's owned by OWN, I think, or Discovery Channel by Oprah Winfrey's network. But the premise of this show is these 3 couples, they've been in long-term relationship with their partners, and the woman's like, you better put a ring on it. And the guy's like, I'm not sure. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Should I? Maybe I will. Or they feel very pressured by the woman to put, to commit and engage and be married for a lot of reasons and foolishness. Anyway, you might be thinking, why, Kassandra, you're waiting till like this episode, waiting way late to do a review. Better late than never, and it's coming to the end. So this is, imagine all the montage, all you need to know. I'll probably do it for the last episode as well. So if you haven't watched it, please watch it. Okay, so let me start. So there's 3 couples, well, at the start. There is Lex or Alexia and Darian. I think she works in sales. The guy is a rapper, whatever. The other couple is LaShonda. She works in corporate. Don't know what corporate stuff but she does, but she works in corporate. And Sean, he works in comedy, YouTuber, something. Very vague. The other couple is Eric and Jessica. Jessica, I'm not sure. She sounds like she's a stay-at-home mom. She might have a business. I don't know. It wasn't explained. Someone says that she got a truck company. I don't know. I can't verify. But Eric used to work for the NFL doing football. So he's got a bit of coin. There you go. Anyway, we're coming to like the penultimate episode, or for the whole series. And let me give you a bit of a recap what happened last episode, because it was set for this episode. So there was some cheating. Darian and Lex or Lexia, the guy, this Phil Mob, whatever his name, this rapper who's big in, I don't know, the 2000s with Sierra or whatever, he goes cheats on this woman on national TV. And I probably didn't do a good job talking about the premise again of these shows, that you're allowed to go on dates with other people, so long as that you're not supposed to do anything, to learn about relationships. So you got temptation. So the guy took bait and slept with this woman after, this woman called Kai, after X amount of dates. It is what it is. This woman says she's not going to take him back, Lex, but I'm side-eyeing everybody, because TV life and real life and Instagram life is all different things. So that's last week. Here we are, this week. So what happens? Got some notes to keep on track. Okay, so do a bit of recap about the cheating. We're like, oh girl, we feel sorry for Lex. Okay. And then it goes to Jessica and Eric. So Jessica is a mum of 2. We don't see their children on the show. And also Eric is a father of 2. They have 2 children each, but we never see them on the show. And if they come together or get married, also it'll be a blended family. It was Mother's Day, and Eric didn't even think of getting Jessica a card, even though they don't have biological children together. So she was upset, like, how come you don't acknowledge me as a mom? How dare you? But I'm like, okay, fair enough, you should give her a card or a text or something. We didn't acknowledge it at all. But some guys are just like, hey, you're not my mom, so you're not getting no Mother's Day. And you don't have no picnic for me, or kid for me, you're not getting anything. I know it's an American thing, I'm not sure. But if I've been dating you for like 4 years and I'm a mom and you want a baby from me in the future, you better give me something more than a card. Just saying. Anyway, then he must have felt bad about it and just got curious to say that he's bad about it. But in my opinion, he don't care. He don't even care about the woman. She just looks very pretty. Light-skinned woman, nice figure. Ballers and MFL, rappers type kind of woman. Beautiful though, but it is what it is. People go on looks. And that's what you get. You attract what you attract in your life. And then we have Sean and LaRonda. They were on their dates. I'm not really, don't have much to say. I just think it was a bit boring, but you know, boring, not necessarily it's boring. It's just, it's not my interest. Sean is a very sensitive and emotional character who's testing himself of just talking to women on a daily basis who he finds attractive. And he finds it really hard not to cheat. He hasn't cheated on LaRonda or LaShonda. I forgot how to say her name. But this woman hasn't really cheated on her because he's on it. That's who he wants to be with. And good for him. You know, better late than never. Next bit is when Jessica and Sean, it's getting confusing, there's another Sean, but Sean is one of these random dates which they have with other people who is not their primary partner. Sounds a bit polyamorous, but there you go. So anyway, so Jessica and Sean, another Sean, went on a date and they've been about 4 dates. And this guy is like really into her. So, I really, hope that me and you could see something together. I'm making it up. Basically, I'm just looking at him. I'm just side-eyeing. I'm not even listening. I'm just like, how do you have all these feelings in 4 dates? And this woman you just met, I know you find her beautiful, but beauty fades. Do you understand? He's like choking up, knowing that she's got a dude at home. So I don't understand, is he trying to play the game or whatever? I just felt it was too much. I'm not saying guys are not allowed to have their feelings, but I just feel like it was just a bit too much. Too much too soon for the cameras. I don't know if you're acting, I don't know. I'm not buying it. Anyway, Sean and LaRonda. Oh yeah, I gotta tell you something. So there's this Dr. Nicole. I don't know if she's a real doctor. I don't know if she's, people in America can just put PhD, you do something online, everyone's a doctor all of a sudden. I'm not discrediting her, Black Queen, I don't know what's her speciality. Maybe it's relationships, I don't know. But her name is Dr. Nicole. So there's an assignment every week, which they don't really do, but they say they do it anyway. So the assignment is to look at family dynamics and think about your family, because when you come together as one, as a union, family dynamics play a lot of role in the relationship, and there should be strains and turmoil or some. Anyway, so Sean is like, I love LaRonda's or LaShonda's mom and family. They're all close-knit, blah, 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 nicey. And then LaRonda, she's like, well, you should reconnect with your dad. And he's like, I'm not there yet. I need some healing. But yeah, but family means a lot to me. You should reconnect with your dad. And da-da-da-da-da-da. Let me pause there. Family is complicated. I'm really into thinking about relationships and people, how things are. Families are complicated. And I used to talk about me now. Used to think like we should always reconcile with our parents or with friends and make it work. If you just put effort in and love, and everything's gonna be okay. And it's not. Life is not like that. Life is not Disney. If you have good parents and you have good family, you are lucky and good. Just kudos to you. Because I always say to people, like, I know when I see people who are just grounded and just, when you can tell when people have a nuclear family, like 2 parents, which are loving, and when broken homes. Having 2 parents, in my opinion, I'm not a psychologist, even though I did do a psychology degree and was part of the British Psychology Society. I just feel like there's a difference of how people grow and how they see the world when they're in a very 2-parent household. I was in like kind of a 1-parent's household, and broken family, that's just, textbook, and there's a lot of things in there. So if I do have children, I would prefer to have a nuclear family and everyone to come as one, and I can give the best stability and parenting I can in a 2-parents household. I'm not blaming or stigmatizing black women if there are, or any parent who become a single parent. Not everyone wants to be a single parent. That is just my 2 pence piece. If you're watching it in America, people say 2 cents. I'm in England, so I'm saying 2 pence because we have pence and pounds. The P is important. So I personally, when Shonda, when she was trying to force it on Sean to like, you need to be with, talk to your dad and stuff like, and he's not ready. Sean's dad has alcoholism. There's some deep stuff what happened between, trauma with his dad, and you can't force it. And it's really hard because I'm thinking about my parents, and it's been quite tricky, and I'm just like, how do I heal with my parents about traumas and stuff, what they've put me through or situations? And I'm just like, it just takes time. You just got to focus on yourself, and when you're ready, you're ready. You can't force it. Life is not Disney, and no matter what you do sometimes, it's just, you're not going to have that family bond. You just got to choose your own family, choose the people you want to be with, and hope it all works out. Sorry, no happy ending there. So then looking at family, we have again another scene with Jessica. Sorry, something that's just air freshener. I need to take that out of this room. Yeah, my partner put in air freshener, just automatically, like every 20 minutes it would just go psh, and I was like, what's that? What's that mist? Anyway, so when it goes to Eric and it goes to Leilani, which is the person who's on the date. One of the dates, I think she's from Panama. I just call her Panama woman because she's got a very nice accent, and I'm like, she's from Panama. And they go to this sea salt place. I don't know these sea salt places exist, where they just rub sea salt on each other. And it's like a Turkish bath, but dry. Can't explain it. But they're just getting too close to each other. And she's showing her boobs and trying to tempt him, but not really. But she's trying to tempt him, all that kind of stuff. She must want that NFL life, border life. But anyway, you can tell that Eric was struggling. Temptation was everywhere. I wonder if the cameras were off, what he would do, him and Lani. But anyway, they're just cuddling up, and I'm just like, wow, boundaries are not strong on this show. Didn't you just hear about homeboy was cheating, Darren, and he's like cuddling up and touching the woman, and she's touching on him, and that is not respectful at all to Jessica. I don't care if you're allowed to go on dates. No touchy, or you get bussy. Anyway, it was too close for comfort for me. I couldn't even concentrate. I was just shouting at the screen, like, why is he doing this? Disrespectful. No one's learning. No lessons learned. Anyway, LaRonda, next scene, and there's this guy called Derek, who's a bit older than her, but he's got kids. But LaRonda is like an old soul. So she has a lot of maturity, which matches the level of this guy called Derek. And they're just talking and vibing. I feel they make a good couple, but everyone, if people have a good conversation, everyone's like, oh, they make a good couple, they should get married. You don't know, like, relationships, ebbs and flows. People have different lifestyles, different life choices. People can be moody, people can take alcoholism, people just grow. I don't know, from a dating show, you can say those two are matching forever. Apart from one dating show, which I know is Love is Blind, when they have, what's his name, Cameron and Lauren. I love them. I think they should go. Like, they're the only people I could be, oh, those two are amazing. But TV life and real life, I'm a bit, got a bit of cynicism, like, oh, I don't know how it is. Anyway, back to Put a Ring on It. This show by OWN, Oprah's Network and Discovery Channel. Anyway, the date happened. I don't know. I'm just a bit like, yeah, whatever. We know that she doesn't want to pursue any more dates. She's locked in with her man, Sean, the emotional man-child crybaby. But there's nothing wrong with a sensitive man if you want that. Yeah. I don't think my camera agrees. Anyhow, so there is Erica and Jessica. They talk about family, talk about adoption. And when they talk about adoption, talk about Jessica was adopted. I think she's biracial. Her mom was a prostitute. her dad was black. She got adopted by her auntie. And she always felt like abandoned. She got all this abandonment issues, and doesn't help that Eric can be a bit mean to her and abandon her and be withdraw and all that kind of stuff. But this is the first time where Eric was being very, listening and sympathetic and all that kind of stuff for once. Don't know if he does that all the time, but we will see. Anyway, Jessica, next scene, goes to another date with Sean. Not the same Sean with LaShonda. Another guy. And he's like on the 4th date throughout the whole series. Remember, I'm telling you about this series that I'm going way near the end to cut you all of that season nonsense and go to the bare bones of it. So Sean's like, oh my God, I don't know like how I feel about it when I don't see you. I don't know if I'm going to get another date and all that kind of stuff. They only met on 4 dates, 4 dates. And the guy's like choking up like, oh, if we met together again or if we don't see each other again, I feel fulfilled and all this kind of stuff. And Jessica's like, knowing that she ain't going to leave her man, Eric, because, lifestyle. And Eric, I think Jessica, like, what women can identify is like by words. I like to hear words. But the thing what's important is about people's actions. I like words and action. If I can have both, why not? Just take the world. Jessica likes to hear these things because she doesn't really hear it from when she was a child. She got bullied at school because of her complexion, I guess being biracial, and her hair texture is different to black people and stuff like that. But what I'm trying to say to you is just like, women, we need to do a lot. Some women, not all, need to do better with ourselves. Like, we are worth it. We don't need a man to tell us what to do or how to feel. And you are worthy. You are worthy, Jessica. You are worthy, women. Like, I have to say, that's why I have to do affirmations, because sometimes, even though this camera is going to die out, like trying to like shift and like, nope, I'm holding it, I'm finished this, put a ring on it. I'm committed more than these men in these TV shows. It's because you just don't know. Sometimes men don't know your worth, and you don't have to tell them. You show them. You show them, and you just, if they don't like it, you just move on. Anyway, coming to the end. We're coming to the end, and I'm hopefully the end of this camera, and this camera will not drop on me while I'm doing this, and I'm sweating like a beast up in this joint. Okay, so it's coming to the end of the show where Dr. Nicole and the couples in this random house come together and they review what they review. And they look at the progress. So Dr. Nicole asks LaRonda, saying, do you want to go on another date with Derek? Seem to get on, compatible, blah, blah, blah. She's like, no. I think there's massive improvement in my relationship because Sean didn't cry or get upset or didn't throw up if I went on a date, and that's what I wanted to do. I'm just like, girl, okay, your happiness is your happiness, right? I think that she's settling, but who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? And then Jessica was, with her adoption story with Eric, she's like, oh, he should really talk to his mom. Moms are important. But she's putting her abandonment issues on him to force a reconciliation, which I don't think is going to happen naturally. And I know how it is, like when Eric was saying, like, the reason why he doesn't really speak to his mom as often because the mom hasn't been really nice to him. Like, he bought her a whole house and she's become ungrateful. So, like, only when he started making money in NFL, the mom was like, can I have this? Can I have that? Very grabby. And I think in the black community, there's this black tax. That's why I think, like, with other communities, like, they prosper more economically because they don't always have this financial burden to look after your family all the time. It's like, we know that black people don't always have generational wealth and have all these tools, but as soon as people get a little bit of money, it's like, oh, you have to give to your family. I'm not saying you don't have to give to your family, but it's like, what are the family doing? How are they helping the whole community? And I know from personal experience, like, parents can be very ungrateful. You can give them anything and they still ask for more. They still ask for more. And it's never enough. So, sometimes it's just toxic. Sometimes it's just good just to stay away. Anyway, it's just not by force. Just not by force, Another thing, Dr. Nicole is saying, like, not by force. She's not using my words, talking about, Sean and his dad can make his own healing. don't have to meet his dad to do the healing. They can do healing somewhere else. Eric and Jessica goes back to them, and Jessica's like, oh, I don't feel much love from Eric. I feel much more love from this new dude. Eric gets upset, like, why are you saying this new dude is giving more love than me? And Eric's not really listening to her. He's just in his own feelings. Annoyed, side eye. Anyway, the trailer is next week for the final, the premiere. Not premiere, but the final. And it's just, you can see in the trailer, they're doing the bridal shopping, the engagement ring shopping. So as a jeweler, I've been looking at the engagement rings, like, is that a good engagement ring? Why did they choose that choice? Putting that ring on it, or proposed ring on it. Looking at bridal, and it's like making those TV decisions. And I say TV decisions. Are they going to stick together or not? Because most of these reality shows, they don't stick together after the show. But let's just suspend our belief, like Marvel shows or like wrestling. Let's just suspend our beliefs and believe their universe and see what happens. Okay, this is the end of the review. This is my first one, so I'm going to do another one next week. See how it goes, see how you like it. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe, given the British Black woman version of these events. As you can see, I'm wearing a piece of jewelry because I am a jeweler. This is one of my award-winning jewelry pieces, which I won an gold award for in the Jewelry Oscars in the UK. I put links down below if you want to get that. This has, if you can't see, it has cornrows on it and braids on it, and it's a light bulb moment. So in your life, if you ever thought about you want to just take action, you want to just do something, no matter what heritage you come from, no matter what you do, you can do it. Because last year I just felt like there was a light bulb moment in my life. There was a shift away how I think about things and just going for it. Even doing this review, I thought, oh, should I do it? I'm a jeweler, should I not? But this is what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about relationships and talking about relationships. And, I deal with relationships on a daily basis, making jewelry for people's relationships. So why not? Just let me know what's your light bulb moment. Let me know what you think about the review in the comments. Subscribe. Support Black businesses. Support Black jewelers. Black jewelers don't only have to make grills and diamonds. There's other type of jewelry. We are diverse and loved. All right then. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And see you in the next one.